The president is set to address the country on the way forward after the COVID-19 lockdown on Saturday. Although it's not clear if the lockdown will be extended or eased, Information Minister Dr. Baryomunsi says government is considering easing the lockdown in order to stimulate the economy.
We are doing what it takes to ensure that the economy can remain vibrant in the midst of these challenges. And as we look at the restrictions against COVID-19, which have impacted negatively, I think since infection rates have begun going down, we need to start easing some of these restrictions and allow some businesses to operate. But this we have to do it cautiously so that we open cautiously as we observe the SOPs.
Dr. Baryomunsi adds that the move to ease the economy will see government inject funds in more initiatives like Youth Livelihood, Emyooga, as well as the parish model. However, it's unclear how much government money will be injected in these initiatives, despite challenges registered in the past.
One of the channels through which we are going to reach out to the population is to mobilize people to form a circle at the parish level through the parish development model which we are championing. And then the local people, our Ugandans, can be able to access money through this circle in order for them to engage in productive ventures.
Economic experts from Makerere University have already urged government to consider putting money in microfinance support institutions instead of the Uganda Development Bank in a bid to reach the small and medium-scale business person. The bank is only accessed by big investors.
I think there is a valid point there, but I think for the local level, like I have said, the most important element is to train and build the capacity of local people to appreciate the need to get engaged in the money economy, rather than maybe pumping money there. Because the English say having money without a plan is the same as having a plan without money. We have to build the competencies.
Agriculture in Uganda is said to be employing over 70% of the population, but government has been blamed on several occasions for not investing sufficiently in the sector. In Soroti, government has already opened a fruit factory to absorb many oranges grown in the region, but there are reports that the factory still buys concentrates from South Africa to make juice. Previous lockdown, we saw a lot of agricultural produce go to waste. The same thing has happened again, and if there is any other lockdown again, it will happen. When will this stop?
Some of those areas have been driven by private sector in the hope that agro-processing will attract many investors who can access money and invest in those areas. But if there are areas which are not attracting private investors, I think it would be proper that the government examines this and where it can come in, like the way government came in to put up a factory, fruit factory in Teso. Then the government can also come in. Maybe it can be through public-private partnerships.
Vaccination is another lasting solution that experts have proposed as a way of stemming the COVID-19 infection rate. According to Baryomunsi, the government has set aside more than 500 billion shillings to vaccinate people. At least 1 million people have been vaccinated, but only 200,000 have received their second jab.
The problem as of now has not been resources or money per se when it comes to vaccines. The problem has rather been that there is more demand than supply for vaccines.
Critics have also severally faulted government for poor prioritization of scarce resources. Do you really think it was necessary at this time, when government is already borrowing money to tackle the issue of COVID-19, to buy for MPs cars?
Why are you not raising the same argument on RDCs, on chief administrative officers, on LC5 chairpersons, on LC3 chairpersons, on sub-county chiefs, who are also facilitated by government with actually physical vehicles? The policy position of government is that the government facilitates its employees, if I can use that terminology of an employee, or its workers or public officers, from the level of a president downwards with transport.
The people who survive by hand to mouth every day are the ones who suffer more of the ramifications that come with the COVID-19 lockdown. It has been noted that if everybody was following the SOPs in the prevention of COVID-19, it wouldn't necessitate government to impose a lockdown. Even if the president removes or eases the lockdown, still the ball remains in everyone's court. Sudhir Yaruhanga, NTV.